Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dragon here with our first commentary. All right, so we're gonna give this a try. First time doing this, so we're gonna hope for the best. All right, so the topic that I had on mind today was whaling. What does it take to be a whale? Who's all a whale, etc., etc. Um, Now, the kind of this topic's probably already been done by some other people, but I haven't came across the video, so we're gonna do it on here right now. So there's a couple of like different levels to um, mobile games. you know, Typically when it comes to free to play games, you have your players who are dedicated to just playing freely, so they don't spend any of their money under any circumstances in the game at all. They try to get everything that they can out of the game just do sheer gameplay. And I have to say that this game is actually greatly tailored towards that. You can get a lot done in this game without ever having to put a cent into it. So actually, it's one of the reasons why I actually really enjoy this game for that reason. So those are obviously your free to play players. Now, it's kind of weird because it's like you go from free to play and you just jump all the way up to whaling, where somebody would drop a ton of money on the game. You know, I would say an unreasonable amount. Um, I would say if you're spending more than is kind of so for me, because I would say a whale is somebody who would spend at least like maybe $200 a month on the game. You know, can never have a video without my phone going off, and I'm not going to edit that out. um, so when it comes to you'd play like pay $200 a month. You know, at least consistently. I feel something like that would make you a whale. Obviously, there's going to be some circumstances, like let's say um, you happen to come across a little bit extra money, and the Merlin banner's out. You know, it would make sense if you don't already have Merlin in that situation. To go ahead if you have the money, drop the money on him for that circumstance to get him, and then go back to not really paying all that much money on the game. I wouldn't really call somebody like that a whale. They may spend, they may end up dropping $300 on that banner compared to the typical whale dropping, you know, 200 a month, and that just be that. So I do think there are different levels to it. Um, but I do believe that there's some people who are kind of in between. People who pay for like say the guaranteed SSR servants. I don't consider them whales if they decided to just drop what $30 two times a year to guarantee themselves an SSR. They're not a whale. I mean, in fact, in my book, they're almost still a free to play player. And the reason being is because if this game was a regular retail shelf game, it's probably going to run you 50 60 $50 60 just to get the game. And then with all the updates and stuff, and how everybody tries to cash grab, chances are you would have to pick up the game like once every other year, and that would generally mean about 60 to $120 every 2 years, something like that. So if you're only playing, if you're only putting money in the game, those two times, in my world, you would still be a free to play player, because you're not putting money anywhere else in the game besides the guaranteed gotcha, which is a whole different experience at that point. Then of course you got like your Leviathans who are like super duper whales. I don't even know how to describe that besides just that they put an absurd amount of money into the game. Just because they get a servant that's not even necessary. Like I would say, if you already got um, um, if you already got Mordred, and then there's a King Arthur banner, and your Mordred's already MP3, skills at minimum 8, there's not really a need to get King Arthur to do the exact same thing that your Mordred's already doing. But if you're still, dropping the money to still get them, to still not only pull them, but to also get them to at least MP3, yeah, that to me, you start to, hit on that extra big territory. But I also think that there's still like the lower routes, like with the Dolphins, the people who kind of like, they might get some extra money, like Christmas money, put it towards the game, might get $20, get themselves a nice little 10 roll, little Dolphins. They kind of touch it just a little bit, and then they get right back out. Never anything too serious with them. Those are probably the best ones. They're in a nice, comfortable area. I kind of fall. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of fall a little bit into the well territory, just a little bit. Because I think I showed you guys in the last video, and I don't mind pulling the video, not pulling, at least showing a little bit of what my team looks like. But I definitely drop money on the game. When the time is right. Like, I put money towards getting Summer Nero. I put money towards getting Merlin. But here's the funny thing about Merlin. So I used my tickets, and I was trying to get them, just without having to put money on them. But I was like, man, Merlin's not going to drop for another 2 years. Let's just see if I can pull. So I went and bought my Sync Quartz, ready to go hard. And as soon as I did my first 10 roll, he came. So I was like, wow, okay, Merlin, thanks for coming home. But what I do with the rest of all this that I already spent? Like, god dang, all right. So I managed to pull a Merlin, which was pretty cool. But I pulled for them, but like this current banner that we have, we got the Halloween Revive, and the only reason why you're watching this gameplay right here is because I do want to try to get this account to the Halloween event to try to get another 4-star servant, because again, I am still trying to give this account away. Whenever I do finish up with Goishi, y'all gonna, don't worry, when we get to the final boss, after we get past the demon pillars, I do kind of want to give this account away. So that's why I'm playing with it. I kind of want to get as much as I can on there, so when I give it away, it's got something, worth people getting. But back on the topic with whaling, I don't get why there's such a divide between it, where like free-to-play players get salty towards people who put money in the game. I'll see a couple of people do that. I'm not too sure why. Like, it just doesn't it doesn't seem to really add up to me. Like, why get upset because somebody else, decided to try to put some money in the game? Because I would say if you really cared enough, you could probably find a way to put money in the game, even if you were under a certain age, though. If you're under 18, I wouldn't recommend putting money in a video game unless you have a job. If you have a job, pretty much an adult at that point. Go ahead, whale away, have fun. Yep. I think that's it. Pretty much just on the fly on this one. Just kind of giving a see on how the first one goes. Nice little live commentary. Get a video out. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more regular. I still work like crazy, but I managed to have a day off today. I didn't want to sit down and do a really long stream, only because my better computer still kind of messes up on me pretty hard. And I would really like to use it because the graphics on it when I record, it's a lot smoother and a lot more clear for everybody to watch. no lag spikes or anything like that, no delays. So I'm still trying to work on getting that to actually work properly. Until then, I'm still gonna be releasing these bad boys for the time being, just so you guys don't completely forget about me and think that I'm not actually here doing anything. I'm still here doing the stuff. Also, probably around some of the more bigger banners, if we get enough hype for the game, or around some of the players, I might throw in some of my own money instead of me putting money on my own account. Ugh, the thought of that makes me hurt just a little bit. But just to beef it up a little bit, I might be willing to do that. But I would have to have the channel. I would have to have at least 50 subscribers before I would even consider that. Because like right now, there's just not enough. Because odds are, if I don't even have 50 subscribers, I'm likely to end up just kind of giving this account away to somebody that I already know, which wouldn't be as fun, because I would just message them and just say, hey, here's the account, go crazy. Which I do also have that in mind, just in case this doesn't actually work out all that well. And also, I may end up doing a speed run of the game one day. On a Saturday, I will try to get up and see how quickly I can complete the game. Now, this would actually include me using, like, me leveling up characters, because, like, obviously right now, I'm still kind of doing the support thing, but I'm going to actually start leveling up some of the servants on here, not to get to the story mode, but to build up QP and all that. So I think I'm going to get to that point eventually, relatively soon actually, where I might just do some offline progression, a little bit of farming, and I might even shoot through the rest of this until Camelot off screen. Because honestly, most of this stuff, I'm not even, like, I'm sitting here having a whole conversation, really just looking at the computer, this entire time. I'm not even really focused on what's going on, because nothing here is going to be strong enough to really kill me anyway. As I say that, the wyvern hits me a couple of times. But nothing here is really going to be strong enough until maybe like the very last battle. So yeah, you might just see me skip all of this altogether, and the next thing you know, we're going to be in Camelot, getting destroyed by the Knights of the Round Table, because that's actually going to be really, really tricky. That was actually going to be pretty tricky. But I think, for the first commentary, we'll see how it goes. Might improve it, might dive back to the topic later. Who knows? Anything is possible. All right, and I'm going to continue to do a little bit more offline grinding on this, because yeah, there's none of this is going to be exciting. I'm literally just picking any servant. So we'll take care of that at a later time. But all right. So before I continue to rant, like I said, it's your boy Dragon, part of Dragon Gaming. Feel free to subscribe and like the video, so that way other people join. And also, if you catch this video, leave your friend code as well, if you happen to play on the North American servers, so that way I can have extra servers to choose from whenever I get to the harder parts. Like, I'm going to need somebody's Uriel at some point. So if you know anybody with Uriel, have them send me a friend request, because I'm desperately going to need that as I progress through. All right, catch y'all later.